So what we're doing this morning is we're going to do energy tune-up on the topic of career and purpose. Because right now, that a lot of people are struggling with that. We've got the pandemic has been going on, it's been wearing on people, and it's bringing into question for people what the purpose is of their life and how they want to live their life and what they want to do. So we want to make people strong for creating their ideal career situation. So before I get into that, I just want to tell you a little bit about me and who I am and what I do, because we probably have some new people coming on here today. So my name's Colleen O'Connor, and I'm an intuitive life Sherpa. And what I do is clearing on an energetic level for people. And that translates into the physical reality of their life. How did I come to do this? Well, the method that I primarily use, although I incorporate some other things as well, is called the Yuen Method. And I'm going to just type that in here because I know we have some people that may not be familiar. And that Yuen Method was created by Dr. Kam Yuen. So my story is this. I was actually introduced to the Yuen Method back in 2002. And I studied it for a couple of years, and then I fell away from it for various reasons. Then I had a situation in my life happen in 2016 where I couldn't eat for several months, to the point where I had to be on disability for work. I was going to every kind of practitioner. I was going to medical doctors. I was going to alternative practitioners, therapists, and nothing was working. And not only was it not working, it was getting worse. Then I kept praying for a miracle, for a resolution. A friend came over to my house to help me with something while I was off of work. And Dr. Yuen's book that I had from when I had first studied his technique fell off the shelf onto the floor in front of me. So I took that as a sign. So I decided to look him up and see what he was doing. And I did. And I watched a bunch of his YouTube videos that he was doing with Marnie Greenberg at the time. And I would start to feel better after just watching those. Not completely resolved, but I would start to feel like more connected to myself again. So I decided to book an appointment with him. And after months of not getting a resolution, with one appointment with him, the next day I was eating. Now, that doesn't mean my life was completely perfect and resolved, but what happened is I had a few more follow-ups with him, and I decided to learn the method for myself and for my family. And within a very short period of time, within like a month, I knew that I wanted to share this with other people and get really good at it so I could help other people with their lives too, with whatever was coming up for them. So this technique has really revolutionized my life. I went from, I had prior to that incident had a very bad breakup and a very bad relationship. I was really unhappy with my job and with where I was living. And it didn't all happen in seconds, but over the course of the next year, about 9 months later, after all this had happened, I moved. I moved out to up here to Washington State. And about another year later, I started dating my husband. And then about a year after that, we got married, and here I am. So that's why I do this method, and that's why I like to share it with other people, because I know how powerful it is, and I know how wonderful it feels for me as a practitioner to take people from that state of feeling shut down or not sure or kind of hopeless about their life or their direction, and then getting them reconnected to themselves so that they can move forward and not only clear the blocks, but then start to get to that point where they're really manifesting what they want to create in their life. So that's my story. So again, welcome to everyone. Thank you for being here. We're going to start with just a little grounding and opening so that we can get all of our energy all lined up and hooked up here. So if it's safe for you to do so, take a moment and just take a nice deep breath and just let it out. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes. What I want you to do is feel your feet on the ground and feel a nice, calming, warm energy You can make it whatever color you want, maybe a golden light or a pink light or even green coming down from the sky, from the heavens. Feel that coming down into the top of your head. Feeling that light pressing through the top of your head, down into your third eye, and just clearing out whatever might need to be removed so that you can be fully here and receive all that we're going to do today. And feel this calming, clearing light move into your throat chakra, allowing you to fully express your truth. Take another deep breath and feeling this supportive energy moving down now from your throat into your heart. Just opening up your heart. Open your heart to receive. Feel all the support, all the love, all the resources, all that is there to give you what you want to create in your life. And take another deep breath and feel this calming, supportive energy move into your solar plexus, opening up and activating the power center within you, your true power, your personal power, your divine right to happiness, to well-being, and to your true purpose. And then feel this supportive energy now moving down into your belly, down into that second chakra, into that creative center, activating that creativity. That's where our reproductive sexual energy and center is, activating and allowing that to open, to merge with the ecstasy of the universe, that divine creative energy. Taking another breath. And then feeling this energy come now into your root chakra, where we begin to merge the energy from the heavens above to the earth below, activating that groundedness, that grounding energy, and feeling almost like you have giant tree trunks that are so strong and clear and grounding. How that move down from your root chakra into your legs, feeling this nice cord drawing from your tailbone, down your legs, down to the bottoms of your feet, and taking this energy that those roots grow out from the bottom of your feet, down into the earth, all the way to the core of the earth, just wrapping around as many times as you need it to, just grounding you to the core of the earth. And then feel that energy from the earth come up, all the way up with strong roots coming up into the bottoms of your feet. And feel that earth energy now flooding into your body, grounding you, connecting you to the planet, to your body, to all that is physical. Let that draw up into your root chakra. Again, feeling that earth connection coming up into that creative center in the second chakra. Continuing to breathe at a pace that works for you. And feel that come up now into that power center. Up into the heart center. Up into your throat. All the way up into your third eye. Feel that coming up into your crown chakra and feeling that connecting now up into the heavens. So you now have this confluence of energy running from heaven above, earth below, and having that moving up and down at this nice, natural, normal flow in your body. Nice. Great. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to synchronize all the energy of everyone who's here today in the group. So first, we're going to take everyone who's in the group, bring everyone together, put them all in a nice circle, make everybody even with each other, even within themselves, and even within each other. Right. I'll have everybody connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergizing, fitting in, working together. Doesn't matter if you know each other, don't know each other, see each other, don't see each other. Okay, you want to sync up everybody's central nervous systems, which is like syncing up everybody's computers. So I'm just going to do a little connecting. I'll be silent for a few moments here. Okay. So we want to also make sure everyone is strong to being with the group and strong to being ready, open, receptive. Actually, that's good. And we want to clear everybody's mental influences. Empty the mind, empty the spirit. Mindless, spiritless, empty. Send the minds and spirits out so that right now you just feel all the energy clearing, all the strengthening that we're going to do. And we're going to remove any non-beneficial energies. That's what we call spirit attachments, any dark energies, and don't worry about those names. It's not like poltergeist here. It's just some stuff that can linger around. We are not always aware of. We want to clear all that. Yeah, clearing all that, sending that out to other dimensions, universes, and existences away from your body, mind, and spirit. And I want to make sure everybody's balanced, center, stable, neutral, calm. We're going to create more evenness still. There's still a bit of an unevenness in the group. And that has to do with expectations. So we're going to clear everybody's expectations. Okay, so delete all expectations, positive, not negative, not negative, neutral. So neutral to what happens here today. You get results, you don't get results. Things are the same, not same, different, not different. Clearing all that. Okay, now as we go along, my request is if you all can send me messages in the chat so I know how you are doing. And I know whether you're feeling the shifts that we're doing, we're feeling the changes, if you're able to do so. Okay, I need a sip of water. Okay, so let's look at, just as the group here, what's the primary weakness that's happening. Okay, so job, career, and purpose is definitely the first area of life for everyone here. So let's take that down a little bit more and get a little more nitty gritty. So there's 5 areas of that. There's job, there's career, there's purpose, there's business, and there's education. So the 2 biggest weaknesses are purpose and business for this group. So we're going to clear that. I want to strengthen everyone to really feel this. There's still a little weakness to that. And strong to remove and delete whatever's happening, to really release it, let it go, and forgive. Okay, so these weaknesses that I'm feeling for the group are coming from outside of you. So we're going to clear that out of your body, your mind, spirit. So it's other people's spirits in your mind. So we clear that. And it's non-physical. It's psychic. So you want to remove this psychic attack is what comes up first. We want to clear any attack. And who is that coming from? And I have a book here that I have my little book of charts that I refer to sometimes. So if you see me looking down, that's why. Okay, so this has to do with ancestors, family members, a little bit of significant others. Okay, so I'm going to clear all that. So is it the ancestors? So it's actually the ancestors getting attacked. So clearing your attempts to make some changes is triggering the attacking experiences that the ancestors have. So clear that. Clear your spirit. Totally, completely, absolutely. Okay. Okay, then now there's some psychological influences. Again, from a little bit inside, but mostly outside. So we're going to remove those. That has to do with depression from others, from the past. And a little bit about the future. So removing that. The sorrow, the grief, the despair, sadness, and optimism about the future. It's on a non-conscious level. Again, that's that psychic level. When I do this work, I yawn a lot because I feel it, and it's my way that I process. So, okay. Okay, anybody, any feedback here? Anyone feeling a shift? Okay. Okay. Let's see if we've got anything here. Okay, so we're going to reset everybody. So now I'm going to take in some individual requests that I received. Okay, so first one here, I'm not going to say your name just in case you want to have some anonymity, but you know who you are. Clarity of purpose, wisdom, and right choice. Okay, so let's look at that. So purpose seems okay, wisdom feels weak, right choice. Well, let's make wisdom and right choice even. And then right, so something about right. Is it right, wrong, left, right, your rights? Okay, so anything right triggers whatever's wrong. So that we're going to remove all that. And how much, what effect, how many influences? It's beyond infinite influences. So we're going to pull all those influences together. We'll make them even, make them one, make them contained, and we'll strengthen them and remove them. Send them far away from you to other dimensions, universe, existence, time, and place. Place is unknown. Down to zero minus infinity. It's out of your mind. It's from the past. Other lifetimes. All the other lifetimes of being chastised, being punished, abused, rejected, and more for being wrong, for having the wrong answer, the wrong statement, the wrong words. So we're going to remove all that. And there's a trillion reasons, a billion causes. The sources, the past lives, and the fears that were generated, and the karmas. So we're clearing that down to zero minus infinity. Okay. Okay. Okay, so does that feel any different if you're, let's see how that feels for you. Let's see. Okay, so some weakness there. It's not fully feeling like you feel a change. So, okay, so let's strengthen your perception. Perception. Okay, perception is 60%. It goes weak, so we're cleared that number. 90% up to 100%. Okay, body, mind, spirit. Okay, the past, the future. So clear that out of the future. And there's past experiences of misguidance, so we'll remove that. And that's from the ancestors. Family. Okay. Okay. So yes, Erica, I'm working on you right now. So working on right choice. So you to the right choice to you that feels better. Answers, actions, results. So just want to see if you're feeling any shift. So let's look at your topic again. Purpose, right choice. Feels like there might be still something else there. Just some emotions. So we're going to clear the emotions. Yeah, the non-conscious. Again, at psychic level. So we're going to clear your psychic field in general. It feels like it's clogged up. So we're going to clear the psychic field for you. Just moving everything out. Balling it up. Sending it away. Okay, good. Okay, and then we're going to remove some false tools there that are kind of slowing the process down. So clear that. A little bit of suppression. So suppression, where is that coming from? That's from outside of you. That's this lifetime experiences of being suppressed. What you say, what you do, your choices, limitations, and other people putting their fears on you. So we're going to move that out of your mind, out of your cells, even the cellular imprinting, cellular memory. Okay. Okay, let's see. If you're able to tell me how it feels now on the chat, that'd be great. If not, that's okay. Okay, I want to strengthen you, make sure you're completely removing this. Release, so stronger release. Forgive, forget. So forgiveness, forgive yourself, forgive others, everyone involved. Okay, and removing the karma, the sources of karma out of the past and delete it out of the future. Okay, again, more forgiveness. And there's about 80,000 more things, so remove those. Okay. So that feels better. Just make sure you reset, reprogram, restart your body, your mind, your spirit. And there's just strengthening you for your boundaries and dynamics, external boundaries, external dynamics. You're taking the fitness of your boundaries. Okay. Okay, so that feels better. We're going to move on to the next topic. Okay. Oh, great. You felt it. Okay. Okay. So you want to be strengthened so you don't do something stupid at work because your body. Okay. Yeah. I think you're probably not alone in this. This person wants to be strengthened so that because the anger they're feeling at their boss. Yes. People can probably relate to you. So you're not alone. Okay. So again, for you, right off is boundaries. On how big is this situation? How many influences are here in general? It's beyond infinite, so pull those together on a general level. So we just do a general clearing first, and then we do the details. So the general is, okay, in the spirit. So we're going to bring those together and bring them to earth, make them fine, make it even, delete them, remove them out of your body, mind, spirit, out of your cells, quantum particles, a quantum level. So clear that. Okay, open up the exit portals in your body. On your hands, your fingers, your feet, toes, colon, sacrum area, opening all that up. It's like delete the blockage, the lockdown. There's like a numbing. There's also suppression there. So clear all of that. We got to be open, activate the opening. And then now redo the exit portals again. So these are the points of the body where energy leaves the body. So you want to go down and out of your body. Okay. Okay, all the reasons, a trillion reasons, a million causes, a source is actually outside of you, ancestors, family. So remove that. Out of the past, out of the future. The memories, imprints, the patterning it created, and the behavior that it results in is, again, removing that button. Okay, and then shifting your perception of yourself and everyone, shifting their perception of you so that actually you can perceive yourself as being like, yeah, whatever, unaffected, affected, not affected, bothered, not bothered. Yes, so it feels like there's a little discombobulation there, so removing that. Oh, and all the times that you got the wrong answer about this kind of situation, about your reactions. So we got to clear those, that it wasn't actually starting with you. Yeah, so clearing the reactions. It's in the mind, in the spirit. And just clear the past, letting go, totally, completely, absolutely letting go of your old self, letting go of any hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories. Okay with not having that. Yeah, seeing yourself differently. Okay. You to your true self to you, connecting, communicating, coordinating. And we're going to delete some soul fragmentation experiences of like getting separated from yourself. Actually, yeah, fragmented and separated from God. And then, you know, it doesn't matter if you believe in God, religious, whatever. It's just, it's what's coming up. So we clear it. You don't have to get into the mental aspect of that because that won't serve. So we're going to just delete that down to zero minus infinity. So you connecting to all that, all the support of the universe, all that's not seen, you to it to you. So it to you is weak. Activating that. Opening the exit portals again. Hands, the fingers, the feet, the toes, the extremities. So strengthening the extremities and whatever, anytime you went to extremes. You've gone to extremes, people around you gone to extremes, so clearing all those experiences. Clear that out of the future. So all the timeline of the future, the seconds, the minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, centuries, and eons. Okay. So reasons, causes, sources, past, future. Okay, all the negative accumulative effects down to zero minus infinity. Okay. Okay, if you can tell me in the chat. Oh, video is freezing. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me that. So sorry if the video is freezing. It could be this new technology I'm using, or it could just be Facebook. Okay, if you're able to tell me in the chat if you are feeling that shift. And I'm going to do a little bit more silently on that. Something else. Okay, yeah, just forgiveness. Forgive yourself, forgive others, forgive all that happened, didn't happen. Okay. Okay, so let's see. That feels calmer now. Let's look at this here. Oh, one thing I'm going to do is, because I know there'll be people popping in and out of here, I just want to put my website in the chat so that if anybody wants to connect, you've got that there. You can see that there. Okay. All right. So let's just check you and out your workplace. Your workplace to you. Some weaknesses of the workplace. You to your boss to you. Anger. Okay, anger, bosses. Anger, bosses. So it's not so much your boss, it's just anger. So clear whatever the anger is. What comes up is misinterpretation. And collective misinformation about anger. It's more sensations, emotions, and reactions, and it's more everything that we just cleared. So anger shows up as a weakness because it isn't really the anger. Anger is just what it looks like. But that's not what's behind everything. We cleared what was behind, what was really going on. And again, don't worry if that doesn't make sense. As long as you feel the shift, that's all we care about. Yeah, so still a little bit of reactivity. It's more the fear of being reactive. So let's clear the fear. You react, you don't react, you're human. So just you, your humanity, you. So just clear the reactions on a non-conscious level. It's almost like you're reacting to psychic influences. So we're going to clear that. And the present, the past, the future, stuff in the past, it's other lifetimes. So being experiences of being psychically like overloaded, inundated is what comes up. So we remove all of that. You to be separate, independent, neutral from those experiences. Clear the residuals, remnants, remains. Again, clear the psychic field. All right, you feel it. Thank you, letting me know. Okay. And there's a trauma, so clear that trauma. Mental trauma, mental, emotional, psychic trauma, psychological, psychic trauma. So clearing all that. The brain, the cord, spinal cord, the nerves, the nerve pathways, nerve junctures, the nerve endings, out of the synapses, the neurotransmission. So clear that. It's like a pattern in your computer. So clear that totally, completely, absolutely. I'm actually going to download programming into your whole nervous system to keep clearing that out. Just automatic download, strengthening, clearing, deleting it. So we're clearing out the old, putting in the new, which is just something comes up. Your physical intelligence totally overrides the reaction. It just moves out the exit portals of the body just in a millisecond. So able, willing, ready. So you to be ready, deserving, commitment, neutral, see it, believe it. Okay, so neutral to yourself, neutral to what's happened in the past, what might happen in the future. So delete any projecting of this into the future. Total effects. Okay, down to 0 at my infinity. Okay. All right, so we're going to clear that again. And again, I'm going to keep putting the website in the chat from time to time because I want, it's ccolleenoconnor.com. That's C like I see clearly now. So SEECOLLEENOCONNOR.com in case you want to be part of more of these live streams. I do individual sessions, and I'm going to be doing some group programming soon. So if you want to, experience this on an individual level, let me know. And my website is the way to get a hold of me. Okay. So, all right, we're going to move on to the next topic here. Okay. All right. Issue about work. So she's got a couple topics and wants you to pick one. Let's take a look here. Okay, so plan, system, making decision, and sticking with it, feeling lousy about herself. Okay, it's actually the decision and the lousy. So let's make those two items even. So our topics are making a decision about career and sticking with it, and then feeling lousy about herself. So we'll make those two topics even with each other. Okay, just reset her central nervous system. What's going on here? So total number of things she generally has happening that's affecting her with her situation. As it's beyond infinite things. And I'm noticing a lot, like this last 2 years, especially with the pandemic, people, the number of influences is way greater than it used to be. So just want to, I'm just going to say this because it's coming up as I'm tuning into people, just to remind you that, be easy on yourself with whatever you're dealing with in your life. There's a lot of challenging energies around us now, more than there's ever been in a long time. So just keep doing what you can to clear out, keep reconnecting to yourself and clear out stuff from outside of you. One moment. And be easy on yourself because most of it isn't you. And there's a lot more to contend with these days than there's been previously. Okay, so let's get back to her request here. So she got beyond infinite things. We're going to pull them together, bring them to earth, make them finite, make them even. We got to make them finite so we can make them smaller, insignificant, no big deal. The heaviness, the weariness, the dread, just dreadfulness, dreading the decisions, the processes, the choices, whatever. So send that out of her, out of her spirit. That's other lifetime stuff coming up. And ancestors, collective, family. And that's actually other lifetime family and collective. Like peer pressure from other lifetimes, having to strict social codes, social mores, social expectations. So clearing all that, just confusing her brain, delete the confusion out of the whole nervous system, grounding her energy, her to herself, to the planet, to the universe. Okay, so we got to make sure we're always strong to ourselves, to the planet, and to the universe. And for this group, we got to get back to the planet. Still people kind of flying away. I know it's a kind of a tough place, but remember the earth is also a beautiful place. So let's connect to that beauty, the fun, the playground that's here, the groundedness, the nurturing to the earth, from the earth. So everybody, you to the planet. There we go. Planet to you to yourself. Some weakness there. You to the universe to you. Okay, that's better. Okay, so her, coming back to her request. Okay, so now total accumulative effects of all this for her. Trillion effects out of her spirit. So removing totally, completely, absolutely deleted out of her spirit. Her tissues, molecules, quantum particles, empty spaces. Okay. Okay. So now let's look at her situation. So is it the decision or the lousy? So now it's the decision. That's the lousy, feels lighter. Decision, non-physical. So let's look at what area of life this is coming from. So the areas of life, we've got health, finances, youthfulness, fitness, career, and relationships. And it is purpose and career. Job, career, purpose are fine. Business, education. So it's about education. So what does that mean? Is that school, what she's been taught? It's school. This lifetime, something in school, less than 10, more than 10, earlier on, more than 10. Actually, no, more than 10. So 16 is what comes up, 16-year-old at school. So something psychological. Obsession comes up. Let's see, is that from inside or outside? Inside, outside. Okay, so some sort of obsession about what? So some sort of karma that was creating this obsession. But karma creating obsession, obsession creating karma. Yeah, so karma creating an obsession. And there's indirect karma, cultural karma, teenage years at school. So something there. Okay, so was it with the school, with the students, principal, teachers, school, students, principal, some of the students, other students. So clear that karma. All the emotions, some abuse, isolation, rejection, punishment. So clearing all of that. Still thinking about it, worrying about it, talking about it, connected to it. Let it go. So letting go. What's that about? Deserving to let it go. Neutralize the situation. Expect it. So no longer expecting those kind of situations again. Okay, so that feels better, but there's a little more. All the causes. So all the causes. Okay. So release, forget, forgive. So she's got some imprints, residuals, remnants, remains. The spirit. Okay, and some more. So we're going to clear that. So almost there. There's something else. Oh, she got to see. Okay, what's left? Okay, so now it's actually just relationships. Stuff in the past. This lifetime. Is it relationship with herself, with others, with self, with others? Personal relationships. And who's that with? Let's see. Okay, peers and siblings. So people of her, in her, close to her age group. So clearing all of that. A lot of negative emotions from inside and outside. So even out all the emotions. And then we just clear them. Mind, her subconscious level, non-conscious, and then her spirit. So let the spirit remove them. Totally, completely, absolutely. And I'd love to know if any of you, even if this is not your topic, if you're feeling any shift from this as well. Okay, and that's created an inability to relax. So it'll remove that to just be, so the psychological stress is what comes up. So removing all of that. And there's infinite effects. So clearing that. out of her cells. Okay, clearing out her exit portals. And there's a shutdown there, so clear the shutdown. We're saying her to release, forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay. Okay, and letting go of, again, the old self, the old perception self, old sense of self. Okay, so how much better is that for her? For recognize, acknowledge, accept. Truth, the whole truth about the truth. She usually strong her own truth and the truth of what's actually going on. Okay. Reset, reprogram, and restart. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to the next one. This is our last topic here. Okay, so strengthening for conducting meetings, better presentation skills, job career change, hates meetings. Don't we all? Okay, she's got to conduct a lot of meetings. Okay, so what's the first thing here? Okay, first thing is just meetings. So meeting. And the phrase that comes up is meeting your maker. So I'm going to clear that because that sounds a little ominous. It's in the spirit, so clear that out of the spirit. That's from the past, other lifetimes, just psychological traumas, fears, and some spells. So clear all that. So, and all the effects of that. Okay. All right. I'll reprogram you. And some karma there. Definitely some karma. Whose karma? Indirect karma. So that means it's not directly your karma. And that's, again, cultural. Dealing all the emotions around that. There's abuse and punishment. So, of course, why would you like meetings if meetings trigger abuse and punishment and karma? Blech. So let's clear that. The body, your mind, spirit. Removing that totally, completely, absolutely down to 0 minus infinity. Okay. Instruct you to release, forgive, forget, unconditional to forget that, and delete that trigger. Okay, and just clear, just totally, completely neutralize the idea of meetings. And now it's more, it's like the collective, because everybody hates meetings, right? I mean, people who say they love meetings, that they're lying. That's my personal, not neutral statement. So just separate, make you and everybody here totally, completely, absolutely separate, independent, neutral from the dread, the drain of meetings. So part of that is because the meetings can often not be purposeful. So we want to put total, absolute purpose into the meetings, because if they're purposeful, even make them playful, even pleasant, fun, flowing, make them really useful and beneficial. So just programming that energy into your brain, into everybody here, and into when you have meetings. Take a moment, a couple moments, take a breath and say, okay, clear, separate from the dread that other people have about meetings, everybody who's going to the meeting, all the collective stuff about the meetings, and purposely or on purpose, put intention, put purpose and lightness and fun and flow into the meetings. So I recommend this for you when you're going to these meetings. Shift your perception, your perspective, your outlook. I'm downloading this programming into your brain and your whole central nervous system, because you're going to have to do a lot of them. We want you to take charge, have self-mastery, expertise. So you take charge of the energy of the meeting. Put your connect yourself with your heart, with your groundedness, with your power, your creativity, and then put that into meeting so that it's fun. It's fun for you. It's fun for them. And it flows, it moves, and clear the dread. Okay, so let's look at that now. How much better is just meetings? Okay, that's a lot better. That feels much better, but let's look. So conducting, so how about conducting meetings? Okay, where's this all coming from? Presentation skills feels okay. It's actually your presentation skills feel like they feel strong. It's other people's presentation skills that are weakening you. So feels like you have other coworkers or maybe bosses that they present and their energy is drains the rest of the group. Okay, so that is about frequency, vibration, and all that. Karma, so clear the karma. Curses, spells again. So this is another thing for you to do when you go into these meetings is raise up. There's like a triad here of frequency, vibration, and energy. So you want to have those strong. So just check in and feel for a minute and raise up. Just connect to everybody for a minute and raise up their frequency, their vibration, and their energy so that their people don't feel drained by the end of the meeting. Especially the presenters. And then we want to make the presenters, and then the audience all even. So there's a nice dynamic there. So everybody's connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergizing, fitting, and working together. That actually feels strong. Activate everybody's physical intelligence. So they're connecting, like, again, central nervous system, your brain, your spinal cord. All that is connecting and not mental, emotional, psychological. So we'll remove that out. So it's pure telepathic communication too. So I strengthen that in the structures. So telepathic communication, that's a really important piece because then you don't have to say as much. The energy is already synced up when people's telepathic communication is coordinated. So that's what we're doing. And it makes it makes it so that when you're actually speaking to each other, there's a faster getting your meaning and you're on each other's wavelength, basically, is what it means. So let's connect all that up for your group, for all your groups, subgroups at your workplace, in the body. So in the brain, the cord, column, meninges, nerves, fluids, in the structures, the systems, organs, the tissue, cells, quantum particles, the quantum level. We'll put more connection in there. And speed all that up. Okay, that's better. And then we got to remove the hate out of the meetings. Hate is we want to avoid saying that. We all do. But just catch yourself and just clear the energy around that. So let's see the hatred. That's just your mind. So send your mind out. Activate that physical intelligence. Bring in the joy. Make it fun. Delete any resistance, rejection, reverse perception from you, from outside of you. Okay. Okay, attending, conducting, meetings, presenting. Attending, conducting, presenting, that's all good. Now you got less. Job, career, change. So that's weak. So that's the last thing we're going to do here. Okay. Okay, first we got to clear some non-beneficial energies coming in. So spirit attachments, multiple personalities from other lifetimes are confusing things. So clear all that. Okay, I'm going to open up the exit portals here. So some reactions going on about this. Some shutting down. So removing that shut down. We need to be open so these changes can take place. Oh, excuse me. And then of the exit portals, the one that's weak is bladder. So there's some anger, pissed off energy from outside of you, of the ancestors, a little bit yourself, but mostly outside. Yes, mostly the ancestors. Why are they getting pissed off? Okay, because of their career situation. So job, career, purpose, business, education. So ancestors with bad business experiences. So some anger, hostility, pissed off stuff. And they were the recipient. They were cheated. So we're going to clear all that. That's even in your mind, your spirit, your brain. Clear that, your amygdala, which is like the reptilian brain area. Clear that response. Okay. All this that we're clearing. This is a big one. I can feel it. All the sources, the reasons, the causes. How many reasons? A million reasons, a billion causes. Sources, the karma. So clearing that. Out of the past, out of the future. So clear up the future. Want your future always to be nice and clear, easy breezy. So put that into the future. Put the past out of the future, future out of the past. So we want to separate them and let the future be its own new, bright, light experience. Okay. Okay, and the total cumulative effects has been beyond infinite. So clear that. So it's probably been hard to make a change because of that. It's a lot of effect. The cells, the empty spaces of your body. I'm going to open up the black holes. And we have inner black holes and outer black holes that keeps energy flowing and moving so stuff can leave that we don't want to have. Because, we're creating waste in our body all the time, right? Everything we eat, breathe. So you want to remove all that waste product out. Okay. I'm going to put my website in here one more time. Oops. I can spell my own website. Okay, so clearing that body, mind, spirit. Total cumulative effects. Okay, and just some forgiveness from them, from the ancestors. And you to release. Let all sentiments, stories, attachments, whatever. Okay. That feels better. Okay, so we are at time for today. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Let me know how you're doing. Send me a comment. If you're not comfortable leaving a message on Facebook, feel free to email me or text me, and you can get that, if you don't have it already, from my website. Yeah, I want to know how this works for you, because I plan to do more of them. So feel free to connect with me and follow me on Facebook, because that's where we'll continue to do more of these live streams and get everybody feeling stronger. So thank you. Have a wonderful, fabulous rest of your day.